Gosh, I think it looks good. Oh, baby. Oh my God, I think it went in the hole. I think that just went in the hole. Holy crap. Oh my goodness, one glorious shot. I think I could end the review right there. That is awesome. That is, yesterday I got an email that just blew me away. It's something I've been hoping for and dreaming of for years here doing this show. As you know, I love golf technology. I love to review rangefinders, launch monitors, watches, GPS connected devices. Well, I made a prediction about 6 months ago that we would start to see the merger of launch monitor technology with our on-course devices. I was hoping the Garmin R50 would roll it out first, but it came from a place that I did not expect, but probably should have. Bushnell and Foresight have just released their Link technology. The goal of the technology is to take your launch monitor data to know how far you hit each club in your bag, as well as the dispersion of those shots, and then be able to come out on course and know exactly what club to hit for any given situation. And Bushnell says they're going to give you both an aggressive and a conservative option on clubs to hit. So basically this is kind of another virtual caddy, but this one is based on real world experience using the entire Bushnell Foresight product line. Very, very cool, very exciting. Also on this episode, you're not gonna believe what happened that made me truly a believer in this Link system. Let's dive in a little bit deeper on how this works. So as I mentioned, you can use any Bushnell or Foresight launch monitor you already have in order to get this system up and running. I happen to use my GC Quad, which is the Mac Daddy, but you can use anything in the range. By the way, if you're gonna be buying a launch monitor for the first time, highly recommend you do so over at my partners, playbetter.com. They sponsor all of the tech reviews here on this channel. They are the all-time best folks in the industry. Customer service is excellent. They go above and beyond. They have free 48-hour shipping in the US and the best prices, including shopping tax-free, which saves you a lot of money when you're buying one of these launch monitors for sure. But it doesn't matter which launch monitor you use, whether that's the Launch Pro, the GC Quad, the GC3, or any of the new ones that are coming out here this year. So I used my GC Quad, and I was wondering which app do I use. There's like 3 apps for Foresight: FSX 2020, FSX Play, all kinds of stuff. So I dug a little bit deeper on the website and I realized you don't use one of the computer apps at all. You simply use the Foresight app on your phone. It was very easy to connect my Bluetooth. I was paired up and I went into a bag mapping feature. Inside this feature, you can set all the clubs in your bag. They've got every club option available basically, and you can even customize each club saying which one it is. So that way, if you have 2 sets of golf clubs, you can literally track your performance with each to see which one performs better. And then what you're gonna do is hit at least 3 shots with each club in your bag. They register there on the app. You get confirmation and you can get your data and you move through your entire bag. Now, I will say I did have one time that I had a little bit of a connection issue, and what happened was the Bluetooth disconnected from the GC Quad. I had to turn the GC Quad off and back on, as well as the app, and then I went through my entire bag flawlessly. So had no problems, and the previous data saved as well, which is great. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, what if you hit a bad shot? Well, luckily you can delete that shot out if need be, although I'd probably recommend you keep in as many as possible unless it's a real top or something like that. That is not exemplary of how you normally hit clubs. But keep as many shots in as you can, hit at least 3, and it will literally build this dispersion chart for you. I also love that you can actually see the dispersion circles. I think that is so important. As you can see, some clubs I'm pulling, some clubs I'm pushing a little bit, and there are a couple of spots in my bag where I've got some weird gaps. So this is stuff that was new to me, and when you see it on paper, the data just does not lie. It's empirical evidence about your golf game. So I think that's fantastic. Once you've gone through this process, you open up the Bushnell Golf app, and when you connect your Link-enabled rangefinder, something like the Pro X3 that I have here, the Pro X3 Plus, or the new Pro X3 Plus Link that's coming out, and once you have that Bluetooth paired and you connect your Foresight account, you'll be able to have those Foresight numbers transferred right into your rangefinder. Very, very cool. Now I'm out on course and we're gonna test this. So we're gonna fire up the Bushnell Golf app. We're gonna choose the course that we're playing. I'm gonna be playing the Meadow course here today. I'm gonna play 3 holes of golf and we're gonna see how this thing works. All right, so we've got a par 5, a par 4, and then we'll finish it with a par 3 and hopefully an ace. It is freezing out here, by the way. It's 39 degrees. My hands, I can barely feel. This is the coldest I've ever played golf, but this is so cool. I had to come out here and try it. I just could not wait. So it's a long way to the pin. Let's just say that. Over 500 yards. Here on my app, you can see that it's saying you could hit a driver into this area, and I've got a little circle there, which is right near that bunker, which I often do find myself in, to be honest. I could also hit a 3-wood, which is the more conservative play, but I didn't come out here to play conservative though. We're here to get aggressive. I'm going driver. Now, if you don't know about the Pro X3 and how cool it is, there are some things that make it amazing on its own, which I'll tell you about after I hit this shot. Oh my God, that is right. Holy mackerel, almost another zip code. I'm stiff, especially after hitting 100 shots in the studio before I came out here. Now, I'm actually lucky that ball didn't go out of bounds, and I can get us back in position here for the third shot. It's a par 5. I probably wasn't gonna get there anyways with the wind. So let's take a look at the app here. And as you can see, I'm down here in the bottom right, and you can see a few options here. I can get a 9-iron punch out to where that yellow circle is. That's not bad. And from there, I'm gonna have like 142 in. We can also start to get a little bit more aggressive. If I just tap on the screen, I can move it to where I'd like to be. And that is about where I'd like to be, somewhere up in there, to be quite honest with you, because I'd like to have a wedge in my hand. In order to do that, I've got to hit at least a 5-iron, but probably more like a 4-iron to get there. I could also hit a 5-wood and get uber aggressive. And actually, you know what? I kind of like that, to be honest. And just to get an idea, I've got 272 to the pin, knowing after my session that I hit my 5-wood, it carries about 205. With the rollout and stuff, probably a 215 shot. That should be perfect. Let's see if we can hit a good shot. Well, I pushed one off the tee and now I've pulled one left. So yeah, we are not quite 100% on our A game. Maybe I should have listened to the AI and hit more like a 9-iron there and put myself in a good spot. Well, I'll tell you what, that could have been a lot worse. I'm in the left rough here, and I've actually got a great angle to this pin. I've got 90 yards. And I did promise to tell you what else this rangefinder could do. So when I look through the rangefinder, not only am I getting 90 yards, but I'm also getting +3 degrees. That's telling me the slope. And that's giving me an idea here in the rangefinder that not only do I have to hit it 90 yards, I actually have to hit it more like a 94-yard shot. But you're like, Gabe, you're out in Florida. Why are you hitting a 94-yard shot? It's pretty flat. Well, it is up just a touch. It's not that though. This Pro X3 also takes into account barometric pressure and other environmental factors in order to give you a more precise distance. It's very dry right now. It has not rained really in Florida in about 3 months. It's only rained like 3 days in 3 months, maybe even 2 days. So it's very dry, and in dry air, actually the ball doesn't go as far. It's also very cold out here. This rangefinder is taking all that into account. Now, if I had the Pro X3 Plus with me, that would also take wind into account, which is amazing. And now with the Pro X3 Plus link inside my rangefinder, I'd actually get the same distances that I'm getting on the app here to tell me which club I should hit and when. So let's take a quick look at the app. What I actually need to do is move where this pin is. It's more of a front middle pin, and it's right about there. As you can see with my 58-degree wedge, I should be right in perfect range. And I know that because I mapped my bag. I love making informed decisions because I'll be honest with you, 94 yards, sometimes I go 54. But I'm gonna trust the Bushnell app here and go 58, aggressive. Gosh, I think it looks good. Oh, baby. Oh my God, I think it went in the hole. I think that just went in the hole. Holy crap. That's gone. That is gone. Oh my goodness. I would have hit a 54, I think, if I did not do what I just did this morning. That is in the hole. That is in the hole. 2 terrible shots and 1 glorious shot. And that is my first eagle of 2025. Oh my God. I wish I had a camera up there. That's the thing about being a one-man band. Come on, let's pick that one out of the hole, guys. That is awesome. That is amazing. All right, does this technology work? I think I could end the review right there. If that's not a glowing recommendation for this system, I don't know what is. As it stands, I do have 2 holes to play. By the way, you can keep score here on the app, and I skipped the first 4 holes, unfortunately, but I get to write 3 on that one. You can also keep track of all your stats here. I hit that one right, and my approach did hit the green, and holy crap, 0 putts. There we go, guys. First hole of the day, first eagle of 2025. That's amazing. I might have to go back and play holes 1 through 4 now. Here's what we have next. As you can see, driver is what they are suggesting. It does bring that bunker into play a little bit with the 3-wood, so we will take the driver recommendation here. I'm still on cloud 9. I've never done that one on the show. I dunked a couple last year and the camera wasn't rolling. I was just out here playing. That was so cool. All right, I'm gonna hit a fade shot here. Let's see if I can pull it off. All right, well, we're heading right towards that bunker. My driver is not under control here. Let's see if we're over it. So yeah, I mean, genius move from Bushnell and Foresight here to make you really kind of have to be in their ecosystem to get the most out of the Link system. So you have to have the launch monitor, you have to have the rangefinder. And Bushnell rangefinders, let's be honest, they are not cheap ones. For this type of technology, you're going to be spending, at least on the low end, like $19.99 plus a $500 a year subscription with the Bushnell Launch Pro. And then you're going to have about a $500 rangefinder. It's not a cheap system to get into, but I mean, I just dunked it. So what can I say? Is it worth it? Right now it feels like it's worth it, but I get it, it's not cheap. Now this year, I mentioned, they have actually released a kind of tamed down Bushnell Launch Pro. It's like the indoor only version. And they've also created a cheaper GC3. Now, I'll be quite honest with you. I don't know if I'm super excited about the new releases. I do think the GC3 is basically what the Bushnell Launch Pro pricing was. Now they've gotten rid of that lower pricing I talked about, and this new indoor model is the entry point. We'll have to explore it, we'll have to test them, but it's not a cheap proposition. Good news, I'm walking past the bunker, there's no ball in it. And I'd say, man, I'm really impressed. This is not in the bunker. It's not in the fairway either. I missed it by like less than a yard. According to the app, I've got 114 here. Let's see what the rangefinder tells me. 107 is the exact. That means pitching wedge is what they're telling me, or 50-degree wedge, but I was pulling them this morning, so you can see I've got to aim a little bit right probably of my target, plus we're getting some wind. So I'm gonna aim like middle of the green here. Yeah, according to that circle, pitching wedge is too much club, so 50 is definitely the play. I've been pulling them. That time I didn't pull it though. That's the inconsistency of a mere mortal. But I am on the back of that green. I got a putt. I'm definitely glad I didn't use a pitching wedge. I just love not having to guess. It's one less thing in my mind and making calculations and stuff. And that's why I love these virtual caddies. Garmin has a fantastic system in the S70 watch. I'd love to see them hook that up to the R50. I don't know if Bushnell and Foresight have a patent on this. Maybe that's why we haven't seen it yet, but maybe we will see it. ShotScope, I could also see doing this because they have their tracking tags. I'd love to see them roll out a virtual caddy as well. Again, just one less thing to think about. There's enough things to think about in golf. Hopefully you can also see just how quickly all this technology works. I'm taking time to show you exactly what I'm doing, and that's obviously taking more time, but in real life, this is not going to slow down your round in any way, shape, or form, especially if you have what I've got, this nice little phone holder. Thanks to our friends over at Method Golf. This is the caddy stack system, really awesome one. Well, my ball is actually off the green. Probably gonna pitch that one, just because I got a lot of dead Bermuda to get through. Also, now that I'm on the green, I realized the pin wasn't as far back as I thought it was. So you gotta actually enter in things correctly. You gotta feed good data in order to get good results. My chipping, to be quite honest, hasn't been the best so far this year, but let's see if we can get up and down. Yeah, a bad one again. All right, we get to take on a putter. And a lot of you would be like, that's not the mere mortal, that's not the lab. No, I'm testing another putter here today, so you'll see this review very soon. Make sure to hit subscribe. This is actually the first official putt with it though, so maybe a mini review in and of itself. Felt good. Okay, good speed, just didn't hit the line. And guess what? We're still 1 under. We're heading to our last hole, a par 3. Let's see if this Link system can get me that elusive ace. I've got 158 adjusted 1% to 162. As you can see, 162 is the number that pops up onto the app with our Link enabled device here. I can go 7-iron or I could go 6-iron, which looks long to me. If I push an 8, that's the more aggressive play there. I kind of like that because these greens are firm and everything is rolling off to the back like you just saw there on the last hole. So I believe it. Now, during my session, I gotta say, I realized there's not a huge gap between my 6, 7, and 8 irons. That's 1, aha moment I had, at least today. I think you probably want to go through and do this every so often as your golf game evolves, map your bag. But today, there wasn't a huge difference between these three clubs, which you see there reflected in the fact that I could hit either a 7 or an 8 here, basically. Oh, it's good. It's not as good as the first hole we played, but that is very good. And that's actually a little long. I just got all of that one, so not an ace, but it's definitely the right club. If I hit a 7-iron there, that would have been way over the green. All right, let's see if we can get that short game back. Yes, there it is. Oh, go in. Ooh. So that is 1 under for the day, and I am absolutely elated about what I saw here. I'm going to leave a couple of videos for you to check out. This is my review of the Bushnell Launch Pro if you're looking for a launch monitor. This is my review of the Bushnell Pro X3 if you're looking for a rangefinder. 2 amazing products. Like I said, head over to our friends playbetter.com if you're gonna purchase one of those, and I'll catch you back here next time on another edition of Let's Play Through. What a day, what a day.